Hello, guys. Welcome to our channel. This is the Freeway Studios, and as always, I'm your guy, Freeway. So today, we have some fantastic people here. They are my persons. I don't care what people say. They are my persons. I like them so much. They are a very young, should I say vibrant, but young and vibrant couple that I know about. You don't know about them. That's why we are here to talk about them. And generally, you just stay glued. The conversation will take place. You would all see where the direction is going to, and then I hope you take some key. Like, of course, there's going to be some advice, some see, and all those things. But yeah, who are you to judge? Let me welcome my fantastic couple. Oh, the Bannermans. Your name there, I forget it. Bannermans. It's giving like presidential rich vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Charlie, guys, so we want to know you guys. You know you're young, like of course you guys are married, right? Unless you won't tell us you're not married.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine. So how do you guys get to know each other? What happened? How did it happen?
The story.
Yes. Who saw who?
I met her at a new breed service at Eagles Temple. Yes.
Hey.
Yes. That's where I met her. So okay, so let me give you a background history.
Yeah.
Before COVID, I was so there was a group, there was a youth group called Young Adults in every ICGC church, and for Eagles Temple I was their president, and COVID hit, and post-COVID, I also lost my mom. So at the point, I became slow in attending service and all that. It wasn't because maybe I didn't want to follow God and stuff. No. I just had to, be at rest with myself. So I said, then post-COVID, so just within that same period, they launched New Breed.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I just said to myself, okay, since I was the initial, the past president, let me just see how this one is going to turn out. Not to come as a president, but just come and see the concept behind the whole New Breed service.
Yes.
Whether it is the same as the former Young Adults or there's a different turn to it. So yeah, I just decided to come. When I came, I was led to sit in front. I sat on the left, and then the service started. Everything, because I was in front, I'll just focus on who was ministering everything. Nothing. No one look around. Little did I know that God had sent someone to be behind my back. I didn't even. Yeah, he was right. She was right behind me. I didn't know she was even there until the benediction time. And so by then, Brother Sam was the one leading.
Yeah.
So he said, okay. So as part of our benediction, everyone should get a neighbor and then speak into their life. That was it.
So she was your neighbor?
She was my immediate neighbor. Yeah, because by then no one was around me except her.
Wow.
Nobody was around me except her.
Now she's more than a neighbor.
Yeah, I know. Rana is a roommate.
Now she's a roommate.
Rana is a roommate.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how I met her after the benediction. So when I turned and I saw her, I was like, hey, this is a nice girl.
Yes.
I've been seen her before in a church.
Was it your first time?
No.
You had been in church.
I had been in church. I had ministered on stage. Hey. Like I was even buying from his stand. Like
really?
Yes, I used to say his stand.
I don't remember her. I don't remember.
You're a businessman.
But that was my first time seeing him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because I didn't notice.
So people say that people say that when they meet the one, some of them will say like there's going to be some strap, like there's going to be some feeling. How did you feel when you saw her?
There was nothing. There was nothing.
Just giving she's beautiful.
Yes, like this girl is fine, and I've been seen her before, so maybe I just like to know her. So for me, I'm a people person. I like to know people.
Yeah.
Because I like to build relationships. So I'm like, okay, I don't know her, but if I can use the beneficial opportunity to speak to her. So that was it.
What about you? You didn't feel anything?
So in my mind, I felt like, who is this small boy like me? Yeah, it's true because I was invited to minister at the service, but I don't know what happened I don't know what really happened, but I didn't get to sing.
Michael confessed that he forgot to call her.
Call me to sing that.
So he invited her to come minister at the service.
Yes,
but
he forgot to invite her to stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was my first time like joining New Beat service, and I was there just to minister, not for anything else.
Do you think if she had gone to minister, she probably wouldn't have been there for the benediction?
Yes. Because I'm sure right after I would have
Yeah, just left.
something.
Because that was her plan. Her plan was just to minister and then leave.
So God just arrested you. Sit there, I'm comparing you with somebody. What's your problem?
But not funny enough, during that period, she was in a relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let's translate. Let's translate.
So so I had this mindset about newbie service that it was just for like young people, like kids, like So when he spoke to after the service, after the benediction, he escorted me out and he was trying to have a conversation with me. I was being nice. I'm a nice person. So I was being nice, but then in my mind I was like, this small boy, what's he trying to do?
Because he was at New Bridge.
I tell you,
because I was
small
exactly.
So let me tell you what I even did.
Yes.
So I actually wanted him to escort me to my car so that he would see that challenge.
Yeah, big girl.
I'm a big girl. That's how it be,
Unfortunately for me, to that day I didn't drive because so my dad's place to the church. It's like
you can walk.
Just 2 minutes. So I didn't drive. I'm like, nah, there's no point in driving. So I didn't drive.
So that day after that, you were giving small boy.
I experience.
Because Mr. Howard is very simple.
Yeah.
We know if you record
that. That's true. So he escorted me to a exchange contact and all that. Actually, in my mind, I'm like, Masa, I don't even going to hear from me. So, and also because I was in a relationship, I was about to exit though, but then I was still like seeing someone
hanging in there.
Yeah, so I wasn't really paying attention to anyone else around me. So then I think that's how we met. That's how it started.
So New Breed, right? You guys met at New Breed.
Yes, New Breed.
Right now they will not be going for New Breed service. Every day I'm there because I may meet my own there. But yes, of course, you met each other there. I'm sure you guys became friends, obviously. Like normally when you meet a lady and you text her, you will be giving some horrible vibe. Was it the same with her?
So
why are you threatening him like that?
so from the initial stages, I mean, what she just said is evident because from the initial stages, when I text her, it's like it takes like 3 days for she will respond. And so it's like they want like she wants to kill the dream. And so for me that wasn't my mindset. I wasn't going in like because I wanted a girlfriend. No, I just knew you. I met you and I didn't want to be a friend. So I'm just trying to know you more. That's basically it. But she was just giving sometimes 103 days replies, 104 days, but
you don't give up. I'm not John Cena. I'll give up.
So I mean that's how it started. Then as the days were going, I think so. For some of the questions I asked, or some of the way or the way I text, it wasn't boring as well.
Yeah.
So she laughs about it, but then she still delays the replies.
Because of course she said she was in a relationship.
Yeah. So and I mean by then I didn't know, but I still had to respect her space as well. Yes. So I just like to keep things very.
This is one. Was it intentional? At that point, was it intentional?
So, I'll say yes.
Or you're just being a woman.
Yeah, and then the first time he texted me, the push message on your phone when it appeared as sweet to me.
Yeah, that's yes.
And I was like, which guy who is this?
Which name?
What's the sweet?
What's the sweet about?
So it was a 10 of a little bit, and then I started texting and I realized it was him, the small boy I met at New.
You are still
so right? No, so I wanted to understand how I was thinking then. So then I was like, this guy, you now already
I've put you in some zone already.
So I wouldn't say it was really intentional. It wasn't. I don't know because
I think you were just being a woman.
Yeah, because I was in a relationship too. I wasn't too quick to reply his messages, and I wasn't too excited to have a conversation with him. Yes, so I think
Yeah. So at what point? At what point? Like, who made the first move? Now, okay, of course, you guys are friends. Or who made the first move?
This is
I
a
did.
funny, this is a funny story.
This who made the first. So
I did.
tell us. At what point did you realize that you want to move from friends to probably, like, let me say, a boyfriend, or to be in a relationship with her, a serious one?
Okay, so whenever when I was single, before and I meet a new person or a new lady, sorry, and the first thing that catch me is your beauty.
Yes, of
Okay,
course. Yeah.
it is, but the beauty is just like an entry point for you to further investigate into what you're looking for.
Yes.
For me, I like to keep things very simple for myself. I knew what I wanted in a woman, and it wasn't anything about beauty. Your beauty can be like very captivating. I see it. Oh wow, you're nice. But moving forward, I want to know you beyond your beauty. So that's what I was doing with her, and when I text her, I like to see how she's thinking. So mine was just three basic points. It's based on your mind. I'm choosing you based on your mindset. I'm choosing you based on your character, and I'm choosing you based on your relationship with God.
Good. Oh, okay.
It's just these three things because no matter what happens, now the reason why mindset is prime to me is because I want to marry you. You are the you play a key role in raising my children.
Yes.
And so the way you think is the way they also
It
think.
will affect the children.
Exactly. So I need somebody who can think like me or even more or better than me.
Yes.
So that my kids be like I'm building a hierarchy.
Yes.
It must move up, not down. Exactly. So that's the mindset I had.
Oh.
So in my conversations, even though I'm trying to be jovial, I know what I'm looking for.
Yes.
So when I text you, let me respond. I look at your demeanor. I look at how you. Then I am picking my notes from there. So from there, I know whether to friend zone you or whether to move further.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I she had an event at her place. I rent event logistics,
Yes.
chairs and stuff. So I was recommended. She came over. And then I realized that she was actually the one that I met the last time.
Oh.
Yes, and then so I use that. I take advantage of everything.
Of course.
So,
Yeah, you don't take it.
yeah. So I use that event. I did the delivery and everything for them. When they are done with the event, I went over to and asked like to get feedback. Oh, how was the event? Did
Was it
everything
in person
go?
or on text? When you
No, in person.
Oh, okay.
For the feedback that I do in person because of I'm very keen on customer satisfaction. So
okay.
I like to deal with my customers directly and then hear what they have to say. So and that day when I went to her place, I met her and I met her mom as well. And when I introduced myself to her mom, I don't know, she said something funny and they all laughed about it.
She said it or her mom?
She said,
What did you say?
I was like,
confess.
So I used to introduce myself as Mr. Bannerman. I barely do. I barely introduce myself as Harold.
Harold, yes.
Even though I was single, I always introduce myself as Mr. Bannerman. And so when I said that, then she said something. The mom heard and then she laughed, and they all laughed about it.
So what did you say?
I don't remember, but then I'm sure it would definitely be about something about him being so formal. Because I remember even during our conversations, I used to tell him that he likes typing book English. That's something I say. You know, there's some
like he's being straight.
Not really, but then there are some words that you see when you're reading, like furthermore, however.
Yes.
And then he those are like words that he says in a conversation. And I'm like, which young guy is this?
He went to school, he has to practice that.
Of course.
And then young guy, you're introducing yourself. Like, you could have just said, oh please, I'm Harold. I'm a savannah man, and then he will shake you in a certain way. I'm like, hey,
it's aura. That's what I'm talking about. It's aura, you see.
Yeah, but then so I think that was it. I think I passed the comment, and then my mom too found it funny. And my mom is not someone who really entertains a lot of guys around.
Yeah.
She'd be nice to you, but then sometimes when you read her body language, you can tell that this is a man. But she was so comfortable with him and was chatting, like she was being very chatty. and I was really surprised. But that day,
Yeah. I want to hear what happened that day.
so that day, this guy just came for Sobolo
In the evening.
in the evening.
Yeah.
He came for Sobolo that I had offered some time back, and he didn't take it. But this time he came for it, and he used that as what
An opportunity.
Thank you.
to always come to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming for
Every day
Sobolo.
he's coming for Sobolo. That's how it was.
You see? You
It's
see?
either he's coming
Yeah.
for Sobolo or he's returning my car. So that's the guy I
Oh, okay.
usually put the Sobolo. So that was it. It was
Then you were really drinking Sobolo.
It was important. So you see, she did a Sobolo for the event, and there was excess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how I use that opportunity. And so, like I said, when I'm in a conversation with you, I'm listening for details. And so there's something that you say that I'll use to lead to another question or to lead to another conversation, and that's how I did it.
Wow.
So yeah, so if we moved from the whole texting to the rentals,
Oh,
then from rentals then we moved to Sobolo. Then from
So
Sobolo,
like, because of Sobolo, they were going there.
exactly.
Sobolo was a good thing because like we're seeing each other like every day.
And hearing comments. So, I really
Yeah.
enjoy the comment,
Conversation,
the convo, and the drink as well.
Yeah.
And I think one of the days, because I had drunk it consistently, it gave me a very bad
They were drinking.
So I just thought about it. It was like, okay, you just take a break on it.
Yes.
Women are emotional. So
have to
that
know how
point
to-
exactly, you know how to maneuver things the way that they are bringing all their cards on deck.
So, Mrs. Bannerman, what do you remember the exact words Mr. Bannerman said to you to be in a relationship with you?
Oh yeah.
She remembers the words
I remember
and the situation.
Please tell me the words and the situation.
I remember everything. So okay, let me start from how it started.
Yes, yeah.
So I think at the point we both were starting to feel something for each other,
Yeah.
but we weren't open enough to like talk
So-
about it and all that. And we went for this program,
Yeah, by Pastor Kingsley, this Nigerian pastor. He
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Pastor Kingsley and Pastor Mildred.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, so
he
they
came to
to Ghana, yeah.
yeah, sure.
yeah.
Yes, at Grace Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we went. He invited me, and then we went for the program. And I mean, fast forward after the program, we sat in the car, and when we were moving, he was like, "Does it feel like we're already in a relationship?"
Because I'm sure you guys were doing more than that. People see each other.
Yeah.
going
So
out.
like we had like similar interests and all that, so it made the conversation nice and all that. He asked me that question, and I was like, yeah, like it feels that way, and I just left it. I left everything there, and so usually what I was doing was after work. I used to work at airports by then. After work, I drive all the way to his place. He comes and sits in the car. We chat and chat and chat
Leave
and chat.
airports to his
I
place.
tell you.
Hey, what
And
now
it
can
was
do that?
late.
What is this?
It was late because I was closing at 10 p.m.
yeah.
And then I get here because there's no traffic, maybe by 10:30, 11. We chat for like 30 minutes. And so I end up getting home around 12 p.m. And I told my grandmother, oh, I'm a pharmacist. Traffic. I thought that the customers were coming. Customers were coming, so I didn't close early. So that was my excuse. But then we used to talk a lot in the car. So after the program, on a normal day, so the program was on a Sunday. I think the Monday, I did my normal routine, went then, and we're talking. And I told, something, I don't know what came up, but then my response was, I'm not going to assume anything that we're in a relationship and all that. You're supposed to ask
Until
me.
you ask for
Yeah. I was like, he's supposed to ask. And he was dragging his feet like, oh, but you should know, like, everything is
Mr.
clear.
Bannerman, the thing is,
Don't mind.
the thing is,
Don't mind.
who does that? The thing
And I
is
kept
good.
on insisting that you have to ask. And then I think we were just quiet for some time. And after some few minutes or something, he asked he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'll think about it. Yeah.
Why you
After
people
4
like
days-
that? I don't know why you people like that. The thing is, you like the team. I want to
I'm
think
pushing
about
you
it.
to ask. I was like, okay, I'll think about it. Because do I have to come and ask me to be your girlfriend?
Oh, okay. So that one too. You have
See,
1-0.
Yes, I didn't give him a response that day, and I think when I go home, he kept on texting me like, "Oh, I'm still waiting. Are you not done thinking? What will you be done thinking?" I said, you come. When I'm done, I'll let you know.
She said, now it's your turn.
Oh, but I didn't extend it too much. I think the next day
I think the next day
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him an answer, and that was how everything started.
2 days.
So the reason why I was trying like doing a full up was because I felt like if you like something,
You should know it. I mean,
just take it. If it has come to you, just take
take
it.
that in. Don't come and waste my time putting in so much. I say,
Yeah.
But you
it's
didn't
too
ask
late.
to.
Okay, so now you guys are dating. How long did you guys date for?
Do you remember?
It's a couple of months.
It wasn't that long.
Yeah, I think it was. It should fall close to a year.
Wow.
It should fall close to a year.
Also, do you remember any fun experiences during your dating period? Like, okay, now if I'm a young guy, if I'm dating a lady, like let me just pick some cues from yours. What were you guys doing? Were you guys going out more often? Aside the normal call, see each other, you guys going out. What are some of the fun things? And I know you guys are very religious. So how were you keeping it from entering the other? Understand? Yeah. Was it?
Do you want to start?
No, you start.
I should start. Okay, so should I say everything?
Say everything.
So when we started dating, right, I was more of the outing type. I used to go out a lot, like every new place in Accra.
You know the
plan and then go there. And he was a workaholic.
He still is.
Yeah, he still is.
I thought I've changed you.
You haven't changed.
But he still is. Look, he is. So he used to work and work and work and work. He wouldn't move from his shop till he's done for the day. And I wasn't like that. And I felt like, Master, we are both working. So,
Why are you so busy?
yeah. And it took some time to get him to really open up. So it took quite some time. I think I was very patient, but we started going on dates. The first time he asked me out, on a date, he said, "Oh, it's a very casual date." I was so happy because I was dating this guy, and
he's not like that.
He will never ask you out. I will always have to push him to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And he asked me this time. He said very casual, and the lady as I am, I went to open my stuff. Started looking for nice dresses. Wear this, wear this. Only for this guy to text me and say, "Oh no, I think I texted him to ask where are we going to, so that I know what exactly
you can wear."
Yeah, because I was getting tired of And then he says, either papaya or KFC.
Mr. Harold,
That's why-
beneath you. Who does that?
That's why I qualified it as casual because before I met the other lady that I was talking to, we anytime we're going out, I'm just looking out for a place that is expensive. And the way the consistent turnout with all of them, I just feel like Charlie. So start from the low and climb. Let's see how someone will also respond to you when you are starting from down. Because those who I went out to expensive places, like they see that you have money, but then they don't have what you are also looking for. And it's supposed to be a win-win affair. So I just said, okay, then let me just change the way I do it with this one.
So you didn't try and test with Mrs. Banana. You have to take your money back. You have to go choose 5 expensive places and bring him the bill.
So he said we were going to either papaya or KFC, and then everything just.
It's like now let me just wear some jeans and some sneakers.
I felt I don't know. I think we went out that day, but then I felt like telling him, you know what? I'm not.
You don't go.
I'm not going anywhere.
KFC and papaya.
But I think I really wanted to cancel the date, but I don't know what pushed me. I decided to just wear something casual and then meet him in town, and then we ate. We had a good time though. So the decision I made was we were going to have like small casual dates like that.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So because I didn't want it to look too much like I was in for the outing.
Yes,
So
yes.
I wanted to also like be in his comfort zone. If he's comfortable going to those places, then I'll just like tag along, that kind of thing. till I think his birthday. I decided to take it to a very fancy restaurant, and he loved the experience. Like,
Because I'm sure had during your previous relation, did you have any lady like
No,
do
take me
such
out.
for you?
No, no,
You
no,
don't do that.
no.
Why are they like
They're
that?
looking at what they will
You
get.
get
Yeah.
Charlie, that night, the
Oh.
bill. This guy, when we got it, this guy, he liked the place. He was going through the menu, ordering everything, and I was just bleeding.
It's not your money.
I was like,
You're
this
putting
guy.
on your
And then the bill came and hey,
your head.
But then I was cool though. I didn't even.
I mean, you brought
know,
him out too.
Yeah, so I paid for everything and everything. We sat in the car and I said, Master,
Taking my money.
did you like the experience? He said yes. I said, from today.
You take me to places like this.
So I think that was it. And then we started going out more. We started talking to each other's families. We started putting things in place because we knew where we wanted the relationship
Yeah.
to get to, and we didn't want to waste time. Because so you were saying like moving from the Christian, like we being Christian. So the delay actually gives way for those things to happen. It's not that we didn't have the edge. So like sexual wanting to like do things sexually, so the kissing, the touching, even having sex as it's not that we didn't have the feeling, or we didn't feel that way.
Edge, yeah.
We did
But
have
needed
the
to do
edge.
things right.
Yes.
We did I won't lie, we kissed like several times, not that much though, but several times. And then I told him that I felt I was like drawing away from God. I felt guilty. I felt guilty. And it's not that he didn't feel the same way, but you know how men are like, Charlie. He wanted a thing, and I was just always feeling bad every time after we kissed and all. I was feeling bad, so we decided not to do anything till we get married, and that is why we wanted to get married really fast. Yeah, so I think, and I'm glad we made that decision, and it's something we actually stood on, and then we actually made it happen. So some of the things we were doing was when he comes to visit, this time I don't take him to my room.
Like you try and
We'll-
meet distance.
Yeah, or then we'll try to meet each other at our workplaces or outside the house. No, we're trying to prevent a lot of these things, and we're trying to get ourselves occupied all the time. If we are not playing games, we are maybe Sundays after church, we are having lunch somewhere.
Yeah.
Instead
Or
of
just
going
eating
to
some-
certain places that
exactly,
may
because
bring
usually he will
distance.
come to my place and we watch a movie.
Oh, okay.
And
Those
we are all
ones too.
cozy
Yeah,
and cuddling, and then so we ended up going to the. So it made us actually go out more.
Yeah.
It made us go out more, and it was nice. But you see, during the whole, I'm saying everything just so that those out there will. So during the whole dating period, there was just one thing I didn't like about him. I mean, that he was very caring. He had time for me. Very patient.
I know what's coming.
What's his coming? You know what's his coming.
Very patient. Like he was
Yeah.
doing everything for me.
Yes.
That kind of thing. But there was one thing I didn't like about him at all.
What was that?
Was the way he was dressing.
Mr. One he doesn't. He's simple. His work.
Simple.
Anything that'll bring money. He doesn't have time for the look.
So this young guy like you, he was always wearing like baggy jeans and different colors, the color of the shirt and the trousers. If you look
No,
at
I'm
him,
sure it's because you are very particular about how you look.
oh yeah, and I think a lot of ladies are particular about how you guys look at beauty, and we look at the way you present yourself, like the
Because
way you.
for us, it's about. I mean, get the money. Just it's always about go to work, come, go to work, come. What is? I mean, who is worried about your jeans?
Okay, so it was a big problem for me. And then one thing he did that I liked so much was the fact that so it took me some time to talk about it, but along the line I decided to open up to him about it. And you know how men can be. I was actually scared because I didn't know how he was going
he
to
react to it.
Yeah, but his response is what is very important. So he was like, okay, he's cool. He's going to give me money, and then he's going to follow me to like Accra, it was Accra. It was Accra we went to, and then he's going to allow himself like open up for
Yeah.
me to try
Dress
and
him up.
dress him up. And I was surprised because I mean he's a young guy, and most guys these days,
It may even affect his ego.
Charlie, and they're so full of themselves. They'll be like, ah, me, I'm dressing because hey, he said that he's a fashionista.
Charles, is that the
So okay.
you were dressing?
So okay, so let me defend myself. Are you done?
Okay, I'm done.
Let me defend myself. So before I met her, and especially when my mom was alive and everything, so I was very particular about some things, like very attentive to details. So I used to take my, especially to church, I was very
Oh, it's
uh,
the way you dress.
very particular about the way I dress. Usually in a clean suit, nice pocket square, nice tie, look good and everything. But after everything happened, after COVID, losing my parents and everything, people are actually,
What
what's
is
up?
life
What's
for?
up? Why we?
Stressing
No, so
ourselves.
I just did like broke everything down to simple pieces. It's work, I prioritize church. Every other thing is secondary. So the way I dress to work, I felt like you see how for, foreigners, foreign CEOs dress.
This is very
Very,
like jeans
very
with some
exactly.
sneaker.
So I felt like nah, Charlie, the hairdressing will not bring the money.
Yes.
It's the business that bring the money. So I chose to put in more systems in place and forgot about myself. Because when I met her, she used to complain about things that I think about everything around me except myself,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it was a concern, and a concern that was also transferred to me because I think my mom also had that same challenge, concerned about everybody around herself except herself.
Mm.
So I said, okay, if there's somebody I want to make a future with, then she's somebody I have to also listen to. Because if you remember my three basic principles, it was the mindset, the character, and the relationship with God.
Yes.
So if I said, okay, your mindset is good and I want to team up with you, and you suggest something and I turn you down, next time you will not suggest anything.
Yes. Yes.
And it means that I will not move for it.
Yes.
I will always plateau. I will always be on the same plane, not progressing. Yeah. So I said, okay, then I also have to be ready to also adjust.
That's yes.
Yeah. Else,
Wow.
else then there's no point.
So that's your answer.
Fashionista.
Okay. So now the proposal. How did the marriage proposal come up? Like, how did it happen?
Okay. So the marriage proposal, I I I planned it. I took my time to plan it because I'm someone who likes surprises a lot. I love surprises. Or let me say, yeah, I love surprises, and I love it more when I'm not surprising someone else. The excitement, the joy that they express. Because when I was in Legon, one of the things I realized was that's around the rooms that like the neighboring rooms.
Yeah.
When our friends are celebrating birthdays, they,
Yeah.
like they'll all be inside, and then when enter the room, surprise, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I liked it, but trust me, my whole 4 years,
Why did
nobody,
you like for you?
yeah, nobody did it for
Why
me.
did you like for you?
My birthday, I rather like I'm pulling people out, like let's go out and
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, Charlie, nah. So and even though no one did it for me, I also hadn't done it for anybody. No, I think I've done it for a couple of people before, but I wanted to make this one special. So I decided that okay, I'm going to propose to her on her birthday.
Oh,
Then
okay.
on that birthday, I'm going to make a private dinner.
Oh, okay.
Not a private dinner for just her, but like for her and then close, very very close friends. And by then, I'd spoken to her mom only once, and that was even just by a greeting. Oh, hello, mommy, hi.
Yeah.
That was it.
Wow.
And I don't know. I just gathered up courage. I called her mom. So her mom works in the northern region.
You brought her to.
Sure. So I called her and I told her that your daughter. So I told her that here's my plan. And I think it was a month away. So I just had to get everything ready. Yeah. So I called her and I told her this is my plan. I want to surprise her on her birthday at at a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And so I was even asking if she will also be around. She was like, "Oh yeah, she should be around."
If they should come.
Yes. so so we planned everything in the background. I was doing it with her mom. So I was planning with her mom and a very close friend, Cynthia. These were the two people I was planning with. I'm already in the event, so I know how
Yeah, you
to,
know we are around.
to maneuver things. So I did everything behind the back, send the invitation to those who I knew are her close friends.
Yeah.
The mom too came down. I did an artwork for the invitation as well,
Wow.
and I shared it to all her friends. I had this particular friend,
Who went to snitch, I'm
a
sure.
particular friend, Mommy, Mommy.
She got come from Africa. Eh?
I said that don't share this work with this girl. Mommy sent it to her. So apparently we had this agreement years back that there'll be no secrets between them.
She's my best friend.
And
And
then,
it's been like that.
This is a pivotal moment. She's supposed to keep this in.
No, that there have been times when people plan surprises for her with me, and then check
You
it
tell
out.
her.
It's more like she's planning her own.
Yes.
Now this is marriage.
so no, so don't mistaken it. To every other guest that coming for a birthday party,
Okay.
the only person who knew about the proposal was just I and her friend Cynthia. Just the
Yeah,
two of
wow.
us. Not even her mom knew.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Her mommy sent her the artwork. She had the idea that I'm planning something. Yes.
Birthdays.
But she didn't know the number of guests coming.
Oh,
She
okay.
didn't know. Yeah, because I invited my siblings, her mom, her brother, then the rest were just her friends.
Yeah.
So like the whole surprise setting, everyone's in the room,
Then-
and then you walk in, and then yes. So her friend bought the proposal ring for me and kept it. She kept it till we met that evening because
Which of her friends? Not
Cynthia,
mommy.
no,
Mommy.
Cynthia. So Cynthia kept the ring till we met that evening because if I meet Cynthia earlier and keep it, they're all fine.
I know. Yes, because
So
she knows.
she's always my staff, reading my messages and stuff. And so because she knows that I like surprising people, when it's close to a birthday,
Yeah,
then
always very
she's scanning
curious.
my phone. And me too, I also do the same thing to her.
But how do you get the ring size?
Is it?
The finger size? How do you get it?
You need to have good friends. You need to have. So Cynthia asked her, but she found a way to ask her. Cynthia is very smart, so she found a way to ask her, what's your ring size? Like,
Yeah.
and everything. And then even to the choice of ring that we bought, Cynthia found a way to influence her to choose the ring that I bought.
Strike my mind. No, so let me tell you what happened.
You decided the ring.
So when I was talking to Cynthia, so she's a close friend, and we were talking about rings, proposal, because at that time we had already started making plans that we wanted to settle down, but it wasn't really official. And I sent her. I really like the color green. I sent her this ring, and it was green. And then Cynthia, she started saying things like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, because like we're friends, so we have similar interests. She was like, when people are wearing nice rings and things, she started sending me options, which included the one she had already bought
Okay.
for him for the proposal. Said,
Yeah.
see how classy these ones are, and look at this thing you've picked. What. So I started, thinking about it, and I even sent him the ring. That I've changed my mind.
And this is what I
I
want.
don't want a green ring again. This is what I want.
Little did you know that we had
It was
bought
all
already.
part of the plan. When I started, I felt
Wow.
But then they really planned it, like really,
Yeah, it was
really
properly
well,
planned.
Despite the fact that Mommy had mentioned it to me,
But you thought it was a birthday party,
Yes.
not a proposal.
not even just that. I actually thought she was pranking me because she's another. And we do that to
Each other.
each other. Like, I can plan the whole thing, tell her, show her how the plan is going to be, and it's a prank. So she had sent to me, but she wasn't giving me enough information. So I felt like, Mommy, you're fooling. Like,
How did you feel? Like, especially before he said yes. I'm sure he said some words to you. Will you be my wife? Now, before you said yes, how was the feeling like?
I didn't hear anything he said.
So yes. Okay, so I was cut short on my story.
Yes,
Cynthia was on video call with her that day, the whole day.
yeah. On my
So
birthday.
now we are facing challenges as to how to move because Cynthia is the chief planner
And she's on a video call.
with her.
She had to, because I was getting
Yeah.
ready, And she
So
was
Cynthia knew that
more like
I'm
trying
taking
to
her
help
out,
me pick
take a dress, those kind of
attire,
things.
you know,
That
so
which
that
was
I don't
also
have.
important.
Yes.
And she
So
was home, so I had to get the whole picture that she's not ready to move
to go anywhere.
anywhere.
Ah, yes.
You get it. So every other person had gone there, but Cynthia unfortunately was a little late because she was on a call with her, and they girls talking about this. Even though they're talking about dresses, then they add something else, and then they're talking. So at the point I got there, I'm like, oh Charlie, hurry up, because we're running late, and now it was raining. I'm like, hurry up and let's go, just so that Cynthia can also move because Cynthia came from Spintex.
Wow.
We're all meeting at Jowolu,
Oh, okay.
and
That's
I will get there before her. So fast forward, truly, I got to Jolo before Cynthia, but we were texting on the side. Then I think 2 minutes drive from the restaurant, I had to pretend as if my car has got an issue, so I parked the car.
No, babe, the first one was the tummy issue.
Yes, so I had to lie that I'm having some severe tummy pains.
yeah.
So we parked at the pharmacy to buy some drugs.
You were with her.
Not with
All
her.
this time she was on a video call. You were with her.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, of course. You have to pretend
I have
like
to pretend like I'm having some severe pain. So I walked into the pharmacy and I took my time in the pharmacy, just to
yeah.
while away time. And I'm texting Cynthia that Charlie, how far? Where are you now? Then I know how to move. And then when she told me that she was almost there, then I came out of the pharmacy. Then we are moving. So now I'm driving to the restaurant. It's like Charlie, wait. There's one more thing. Then I parked the car. I'm like, I think the car is overheating. Let me pour some water into it before we continue our journey. I said, okay. So now she's just on the phone, not talking to Cynthia, because Cynthia too said she had to do something. Then, so long story short, then we go to the restaurant, and I'm like, so let's go up. I made a reservation. Okay. So when I got there, I said, how is the reservation? I said, okay, please move up. When we got to the room, lights were off. Obviously she had to lead the way.
Yes.
When she opened the door,
Well, opened it with him.
I got pictures. I took pictures, of her excitement, like
Yes.
and a shock. We had party poppers.
Wow.
I got a saxophonist as well
Yeah.
to play.
Wow.
And the whole idea is once she walks in and she's mesmerized by the way everyone is.
She wouldn't understand. She would think it's her birthday.
Yeah, so that was the only.
So that was the idea. Then, so once she walks in and I follow her, Cynthia will pass the ring to me,
Oh, okay.
and I'll move to the backdrop area.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you
And I'll kneel and wait for her to come.
until she gets.
So she was excited about seeing all her friends like, hey, so you came, so you knew.
Yeah.
And Cynthia was with her. Oh, that's
Cynthia was also there.
She hadn't passed you there.
That's
She had.
She had. Oh, okay.
But you see, because I was behind Sewa, so Sewa will not see. And Sewa is now focusing on the
Yeah.
guests.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. So once she passed, then I left her and I went to the backdrop area and I knelt on one knee.
For how long?
For how long?
Very long.
Because she was with her guest.
The whole excitement. And so what Cynthia did was just screaming, woo, woo, like just to get her attention
To that side.
to that side. And everybody just looked at me and then we all shocked like, wow.
Wow.
So by then I had the ring ready, and then she just walked up to me. So because of the noise,
She probably
Yeah,
didn't
so
hear.
that's
hear.
why I didn't hear.
And also, in the spur of the moment, I was so excited. I just didn't know what to even say. I'm like, would you marry me?
Marry me, let's
Yeah.
marry
And
me.
so she said yes,
Yes.
and that was the proposal. So at the proposal, her family was there, my family was there,
Wow.
friends were also there to
Wow,
witness it. Yeah.
Oh, they planned it really well.
This
It was
is
properly
very
planned.
nice.
Even
It
my
was properly planned.
mom being
You
there.
didn't,
Yes,
your mom
of course.
didn't give you any.
So that's
hints.
one thing about her mom. Her mom doesn't like going out.
Oh,
At
She's an indoor
all.
person.
My
that was
mom
like you got her out. And
Hey,
was shocked.
I wasn't sure where.
you were shocked yourself. And the mom only thought it was a birthday party.
Yes,
Yeah.
she also thought it was just a birthday
So
party.
you were sure probably she might have not come because birthday party day.
But you see, the way we spoke, she assured me that I'll be there.
Oh,
Because
okay, so
Okay.
the way I planned it, I gave a dress code.
Yeah.
There was a menu out there already. Like everything was properly planned.
Yes.
So I made it look like it's not a very little, or should I say, like a child's play. No.
yes.
It's a proper dinner.
Big thing you want to
Yeah.
do for it.
So my
Okay,
mom came. She actually came days before the birthday, so I don't suspect
Yes.
anything.
Listen, oh,
And that day, my mom is really an academia. How do you say academia
yeah,
person? She's always either learning or going to
yeah.
the library, or it's everything book, book, book. And that day in the afternoon, she was not wearing jeans and top with a bag, like a school bag.
Like
And I'm
she's
like,
going
what?
to the
She said she's
library.
going to exactly what she said. She said she's going to the libraries. I was like, ah, it's my birthday, at least let's chill. And like I had cakes and I had gifts coming
Yeah.
in and all. So let's chill. Then she doesn't have time for me, like all that. And then she stepped out. So I think eventually she was going to my brother's place, actually change and get ready. And they
So the
both
jeans was
moved.
it was a camouflage.
Yeah.
It was a camouflage. Everything was in the back. Like, they really planned this whole thing
So,
very well.
what were your thoughts and emotions like leading up to the wedding?
Hmm.
How did you guys feel? Like now you said yes. Like, how to get married? What were your thoughts till you got
Yeah.
married?
So for me, it was a little bit it wasn't, I won't say scary because that's depicting a lot of fear. But
Cold feet.
yes, but there was a little uncertainty. Hey, Charlie, how would life
Sure
really
about
be? How would things turn out for us? Like, would everything be in line? How can I think? But I always used to assure myself that it will surely be well.
Yeah,
Yes,
fall in place.
and if God be for us, who can be against us?
Yes,
Everything will surely be well. So I just had to face each day with its challenge. Where they're like, no, we still do this thing. We still do this thing. This is what I want. Yeah. So there. Yeah. That's
On the other hand, I was excited.
Of course, women. Yeah.
I was so excited. My auntie, so my mom has three sisters, and um, amongst us, so I think there are five in number.
really.
Amongst them, there are four girls, and I was the first person about to get married. So you can imagine. And they are so dramatic. So I mean, it was a whole lot. They were always calling, let's start planning. My friends,
Yeah.
everyone was just ready. I think we were doing low key planning. We are just waiting
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
yeah. So now
Yeah.
everything had to come. So I think just after the proposal, I started telling him everything. I had picked colors, I had done this.
I done the room planning.
I
Yeah.
had done that, and he's always like, "So when did you do this? So what did?"
Like you knew I'll get married.
Yeah.
What if I did it?
Yeah, and then he'll be like, "So what if we add this color?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, don't spoil my plans."
So do you leave the wedding planning to the woman?
Yes.
The colors and everything.
Yes.
So you just
Yeah.
do what she likes.
If you want peace of mind, yes.
Give it to her. So, do you think marriage has changed your relationship? Like the way you guys were before you got married, the kind of relationship you guys had. Do you think it has changed as of now that you guys are
It has
married?
improved it.
Yeah, it
Just
has
It has improved it. It has made it better.
Wow.
Because you know, when in a relationship, eh, until you both confirm that yes, I will marry you, and like at the altar, it's always a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
There are even stories of people who their partners left them at the
the altar.
altar. So to me, it was a 50-50 that she can leave me at any time until we,
Say no on that.
yeah. So
Mrs. Bannerman, there she wants to say it. She can wait and say it over there.
so I even though I was, excited and everything, I was still also being strategic
Yeah.
that we can all change our minds at any time. And so now when we got married, I knew that it's a done deal.
Now there we are.
We're not going anywhere. But
Let's see
it has improved our relationship in the sense that now we do everything. So we said that we do everything together,
Okay.
and we talk about everything from from finances to how your day went to the business that you're doing there, the system that I put in place. So and we also decided that we are going to run a business together. So we are in each other's business. We
yes.
know
So
what's
you
going on.
most of her
Yeah.
stuff.
So we know what's going on here. We both know what's going on there as well.
So what about compromisation in relationship? Is it important?
Very important. It's very important that you adjust. Maybe you want to say something or I should.
No, no, you can continue.
So when it comes to relationship or marriage, let me start from relationship because it's a
Start
basic.
from
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
It's very important that you adjust. The key word is adjust because we are all because you are coming from different backgrounds, and but you are agreeing to do something together. And so if you are going to do something together, you need to let go of some things and adopt to new things.
Yeah.
So part of the reasons why when she spoke about my dressing, I wasn't I wasn't angry about it. I just took it to her like, okay, okay, fine. Let's go. Let's see what you do.
You can't do
Yeah.
it.
If what you do is better than mine, I've progressed.
Yes.
If it's not better, at least then I know where you also are.
Yes, yes.
That kind of thing. Yeah, and I mean I can I can compare it to what Jesus did. Christ was Christ is God,
Yes.
but he came in a form of flesh.
Yes.
Had
Jesus
compromise.
Christ.
So the Bible says that has the scripture about he coming so low to come
Yes,
as a man, come and die for man. However, when Christ came on earth to die for us, he has given us the choice to accept.
yes.
So I will compromise, all right, but you
Yes.
must also come to a compromise as well.
Yes.
So we have to meet at a point. I'm giving you my best, yes.
You
You
too.
also
You
give
also
me
give
your
your
best,
best.
Yeah.
but we'll obviously compromise on something.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you guys are like business gurus. I don't know much, but I know you guys are into a lot of businesses. Now, how do you balance business and marriage? Though you talk about everything, but how do you balance that life? Because of course, some of us grew up without basically seeing our dads. They are always busy. Even our mothers, for me like this, I hardly saw my mom and my dad, all of them. So how do you put that thing in place to balance business and marriage as one?
Don't take that.
Okay, so I would say it's proper planning. So for us, we have time for everything. When it's time for business, we are very focused. We quickly do what we are supposed to do because we know that at this set time we are supposed to be home. And then I think when we started, we were finding it very difficult to um, take off days, like
Yeah.
time for ourselves and all that. Because, like he said, like you said, we are both um into business and we love money. We love making money.
It's important.
We love
Important.
making money. So at a point you realize that you are being carried away and then work is now controlling you because the money is coming. You're excited. So you are putting in more effort, forgetting that you are married now and there's another responsibility you need to focus on or you need to take care of. So we started taking off days. We started putting in structures that wouldn't require us to always be at our business places.
Yes.
So yeah, so for all businesses, we started putting in structures that can make us work from home.
Ideally, yeah. Ideally, work
Yeah.
from home.
So and it's with all our businesses. So when you go there, you realize that it's kind of the same thing we are doing, and it's working for us. So now we can work from home. We can still spend time together. We get time to do a lot of things together, pray together, watch movies, have fun, go out, talk to friends. We try
Take
to
trips. Take
take
trips.
trips.
Take trips. Very
Yes,
important.
take trips, get to know other places and what goes on there. Like, I mean, I think it's just about planning, knowing what to do, what and the times to do it.
Plan,
So now,
it's planning and agreeing to the plan as well. Because
Yeah,
you can put, even for some of us, you can decide that, okay, like a new year resolution. This year I'm going to do this. But if you are not agreeing or you don't put your mind to it, it never works.
yeah,
Yeah.
not discipline as
Discipline,
well.
exactly. Discipline is the word I meant. Yeah.
let's set both of you aside, right? I'll ask Mr. Bannerman what you like or you liked about Mrs. Bannerman when you guys met, and then what you like now, whether it has improved. If you like something, like for instance, when you guys were in a relationship, she probably was fun. Now you're in a marriage and she's not fun. So tell me something you like about your wife that has changed, or something you don't like about your wife. that she's still doing.
Okay.
You know, yes.
Okay.
She also do same also. If you are hitting her, hit her
I
hard.
know. I know. So the mommy that I met from day one is the mommy that I am still with. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
This serious. What do you like? What do you like more about your wife?
So basically, it's a mindset. The mindset cuts across the way she thinks about life, the businesses that we run, or like in fact, opportunities. I'll put it that way, and the rest. Yes. So the mindset first and foremost, and I love her palm oil dishes, especially. Now, from the time that I met her, her palm oil
It's
dishes,
always
don't go there. Palm oil dishes,
then this dish there.
from being stew to contomere to garden eggs, those palm oil
Good with
dishes
it.
is very good.
You are fancy, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And one of the reasons why I like it because you always see some small meats
There.
somewhere, somewhere. You always see some small meat somewhere that that has the main protein, all right,
Yes,
but there's
yes.
still some small meat
Small ones
somewhere.
inside.
Yeah,
Like she's shredded some meat
exactly,
inside.
exactly. So,
Okay.
but nothing has changed about it, and because I encourage that if there's something that has to change or that has changed, I really cannot remember anything right now, but that thing that maybe is just to improve.
Yeah.
That's that is basically it.
So, Mrs. Bannerman, tell us about what you like about your husband. What exactly do you like
What
about
I
him?
like my husband.
Close his eyes.
I love the fact that my husband is very calm and he listens to me a lot. He listens to me a lot, and then he
He's compromising.
he treats me very well. I mean, he makes me always feel wanted, and yeah, I think that's what I love.
Okay, so what have you learned about each other after getting married?
What have we learned?
Yeah. One thing you learned when you guys got married.
Okay.
What I have learned is to listen to your wife. Listen to listen because it's always two things. It's either the thing will not turn out right, or you hear complaint like you don't have peace of mind. Now why do you go and do this? And I told him, no, don't do this. Oh my God, come on.
Okay, so how do you guys see your future?
Hmm.
The future is very bright. That we
Yeah.
that you initiate on.
That what?
That he initiates on.
To where
He
she
initiates
is
on.
bright.
But yes, but the future is very positive. One of the ways that you can uh, manage uncertainty about future is planning.
Yeah.
That you know that okay, if if all things being equal, I'll do X, Y, Z by this. Yeah. So everything is planned. So we know that we are on track. Yeah.
We are
Wow,
very
Yeah.
confident that
Yeah.
the future.
will be extremely bright
Yeah.
than now. Now it's bright, I'm wearing shades. The future there.
They need to wear eclipse glasses.
Okay, so
Okay.
what advice would you give people that want to get married, like young people that are in a relationship already that want to step into marriage? What's the general advice you give to them?
Don't marry last one. That is just that just says
Marry last
she's
one.
the last one. So that's just by the way.
Yeah,
But
please.
so no, so that's just a joke. But I said so, but I just said that because last ones are usually pampered.
Yes.
They get everything. So when you are usually the first born, you marry last one like this. Like you see, the demand is always there. As
Yes.
compared to when my first born that they know what they are doing. So
Always been
yeah. So but that's just by the way. An advice or a few words is you must be ready to adjust. You must be ready to learn and unlearn because there's something that that you grew up knowing that yes is right. However, um, you realize that the time that you are currently in will not work best with what you already know. So sometimes you need to unlearn things, you need to learn new things as well so that you can progress. Else you will be where you have been always. I take a cue from my parents and how their marriage turned out. They didn't divorce, but I mean there were like you could see a lot of
Yeah.
potholes and issues and stuff. So I I always learn from there to know how to also take care of my wife and then manage my marriage life. And you must also be prepared financially and mentally as well, because sometimes you'll be drained.
Yeah.
You'll be drained mentally because you feel like, why is that? Why does it look like everything? I have to do everything. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
all those kind of things for come. So you need to prepare as well. Yeah.
Mrs. Ban, what's one advice you give to the ladies out there?
Okay, so I would say, so we ladies, it starts from wedding. Like it's all about wedding, wedding, but wedding is not marriage, because wedding now is a lot of cost, and sometimes the burden is really a lot on the men. So you need to know your man, you need to know his strengths, and then you need to be ready to support him. Yeah, it's not all about him, and even in the marriage, especially when it comes to finances, because usually that's a big problem, and it
No.
causes a lot of issues. So for us, it's 50-50 when it comes to everything. You should be ready to also give in if you want it to work and work
What
well.
about before marriage?
Before marriage, yeah.
Maybe the baby, I mean
So
that.
so before marriage, if you bring up an initiative, you are there so better of the cost of that initiative. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think for me, before marriage, because of the kind of person he was when I met him, the fact that he didn't like certain things, I wanted to let him see the world from another side. So also see what goes on the other side, not just work, work, work. Like there's another side to it. So sometimes, yeah, I'll put in a lot just for you to,
Have a different
have a
experience.
different
Yeah.
experience and also know that there's more out there.
Charlie, this conversation is giving me like go and marry, vibe. I really want to like, I want to experience it, but I mean, I'm not there yet, but I want to experience it, and I'm very excited that you guys allowed us into your home. We invaded your privacy a little, and you gave me the opportunity to understand what everything when it comes to relationship, marriage, because I've taken a few cues from yours, and we would apply it. I hope my viewers do the same. Charlie, it's been the banner months. Please, you guys should start a TikTok thing.
Oh, calm down. You should
People should
wait
do
for
like
it.
couple vibe on social media. You see,
You should
aside
wait
that,
for it.
you guys should do it. You should do it. Aside that, guys, it's been an interesting conversation. We've had Mr. and Mrs. Bannerman on the show. I hope you've taken a lot of cues from their marriage, their relationship, family, friends, even our supportive friends, your own problem. Because my friend, I don't know who hold my ring, but when it gets there, we'll see. Stay logged in, subscribe, comment, like, and don't forget to hit the post notification button. As always, I'm your guy Freeway. Bye.